What is up, you guys? It is me, RC 2001 Studios here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Bandai 1972 Gigan from the Movie Monster series. And yeah, so I would review my Bandai Creations GMK King Ghidorah first, but I don't know, I'm too lazy, and I just want to review this figure first instead. And yeah, so I guess we could start off with history. This figure is supposed to represent 1972 Gigan, of course, and yeah, so this version of uh, Gigan or whatever first appeared in Godzilla vs. Gigan, and yeah, the movie itself is kind of one of those guilty pleasure movies where you know it's bad, but you just enjoy it, you know, for the fun of it or whatever. So yeah, Godzilla vs. Gigan definitely isn't one of the best Godzilla movies, but it's somewhat enjoyable, and yeah. So yeah, I just want to say this, um, the version of the figure that I have, even though I didn't get him with the tag, I am most certain that this, the version of the figure that I have is from the Movie Monster series, and that is because of all the, like, dark highlights on his back fins and neck and hooks and stuff like that. So yeah, so now we're gonna get on to, articulation. Okay, so now we're gonna get on to articulation. So this figure has 4 points. So the arms can rotate 360, of course. So does the other one, and yeah, the legs also rotate 360. The arms, I mean the claws, don't get in the way. So yeah, that's good. There is a glucio on the tail though, but I guess if you break it, it'll rotate 360. It's just it's oval shaped, so it might be harder to move, I guess. So yeah, this figure has 4 points, which isn't bad. It's pretty good, I should say. And yeah, so now we're gonna be taking a look at this figure's paint job. Okay, so now we're gonna be taking a look at this figure's paint job. So the paint job on this figure is really nice. I really do like the paint job on this figure. This figure overall just has a nice looking paint job, and yeah. So of course Bandai chose, for his arms, head, legs, they chose this kind of turquoise blue, even on the tail and stuff, which looks nice. It's a nice color. I think it suits the figure well, and yeah. And the parts where there's the scales and stuff, it's also the fins. Bandai chose a um, yellowish gold color, which looks really nice on the figure. And yeah, they also painted the beak this kind of metallic silver, as well as on the mandibles, the head spike. They also spray painted some silver right there on the back of his head. Wait, not sure if you guys could see that, but whatever, you get the idea. They spray painted some silver, and yeah. This figure also has a lot of nice dark highlights, like under the claws and stuff, on his neck. You could see some of those dark highlights right there. His visor is painted this red color, which looks nice. Um, so yeah, I really like the paint job on this figure. This figure does have a nice looking paint job. He has a bunch of nice dark little highlights, and yeah, so now we're going to be talking about this figure's sculpt and detail. So yeah. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about this figure's sculpt and detail. So the sculpt and detail on this figure is actually really nice. One thing I really do like is that his body is really well proportioned, and what I mean by that is he's not too skinny or he's not, like, too fat. So yeah, I think Bandai did a good job when it came to, like, proportion and stuff like that. And yeah, the sculpt on this figure is overall really nice. I really do like the sculpt, the body sculpt. It's a nice body sculpt. Like I said, it's not too fat or too skinny, so it looks good. Definitely does a good job representing 1972 Gigan's body, because he wasn't too fat or too skinny. Unlike, Gigan from Godzilla vs. Megalon, who was, like, really fat. And yeah. Also the head sculpt is actually really nice. I really do like the head sculpt. It does look pretty movie accurate, I should say. And yeah, I really do like the head sculpt, like I said before. And yeah, so as you could see, the sculpt on this figure is really nice. It's like 100% movie accurate. I'll even put a picture right here of Gigan, just to give you an idea on how movie accurate this figure is. And yeah, so I think it does a good job representing Gigan. And yeah, so now we're going to be taking a look at this figure's details. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. So detail on this figure as well is really good. He has a bunch of nice little folds and stuff on his arms, which look really nice. On his neck, even on his neck, you have these little, like, I should say neck flaps or skin folds, whatever you want to call them, but they look really nice. On the top of his head, he also has some little, like, where is it? I'm trying to find it right here. My gosh, wait, let me just focus. He has a bunch of nice little puncture holes, as you can see, even right there. Nice little, like, puncture holes and stuff. Even the nice scale detail looks really nice. Looks like King Ghidorah scales. He has some nice little bends or whatever at his legs. They look really nice. Right here on the tail, he has some, like, little lines and ridges. Also, right here, there's, like, these little bumps and stuff, which look really nice. So yeah, the detail on this figure is actually really nice. Really do like the detail. And yeah, so the sculpt and detail on this figure is really nice. And yeah, so now we're gonna be taking a look at how good this figure scales up with other figures. And yeah, okay, so now we're gonna be talking about sizing, I guess. So this figure actually scales up pretty good with your other 6-inch Bandai figures. So for example, here is the Bandai Godzilla 1968. So yeah, this looks about good. This looks pretty good. So yeah, if you wanted them to fight and stuff, this looks really good. And yeah. Also, here's the Bandai 1968 Anguirus, Joe Anguirus. This looks about good too, because the Anguirus is, he's up to almost every other kaiju's midsection, I believe. So yeah, this looks pretty good. And yeah, you could, recreate that scene where Anguirus gets his, face cut off. Yeah, whatever. You get the idea. So yeah, sizing with this figure works. So yeah, you don't have to worry about sizing. I mean, I'm not one of those guys who worries about sizing and all that, um, but it's pretty cool that Bandai made this figure in scale with your other 6-inch Godzilla figures. So yeah, so now I'm gonna give my final rating. Okay, so now I'm gonna give my final rating for this figure. So, this is a really nice Showa Gigan figure overall. He has a nice paint job. Again, it's really nice. It has a bunch of, nice little dark highlights and stuff. And yeah, and the articulation on this figure is pretty good. I mean, even if he has 4 points, it's still pretty good for what it is. He also has some really nice details as well, all the scales and stuff, which look really nice. And yeah, and he scales pretty good with your other 6-inch Bandai Godzilla figures. And yeah, and if you're just overall looking for a good Bandai Showa or good vinyl Showa Gigan figure, then I say pick this guy up. It's definitely worth it. And get the Movie Monster Series version though. It has the best paint job. Then it's the paint job on this figure is way better than the Godzilla Island Series one and the Toho Kaiju series. And yeah, you get the idea. So overall, this is a really nice looking figure, and I give this figure a 8 out of 10. Reason why articulation could have been a little better, but whatever. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this figure review. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.